Fans have got the try! What a try for France!
Green was a striker, not a right winger.
Oh, Bruno! Oh, it's 4-2. Lewandowski's got a hat-trick too, and it's in! And RB Leipzig has scored! Oh, and he has! He has as well! Oh! Did he win it?
Hey, who? Not John. I don't think it's John. It's Copped and his son.
32-30! Oh my god! Wow! Oh, take a bow. I'm standing up.
Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sport, and today we're bringing you the live watch along of the Bundesliga between RB Leipzig and Bayern Munich. So the match has taken place in Leipzig today. It's a late kickoff, of course, on the Bundesliga schedule, the last game of the day from the German Football League, and the players are just coming out onto the pitch now, which of course the crowds are back in Leipzig. Leipzig, I'm sure, will be really up to the challenge to go up against their old manager of Julian Nagelsmann, who of course is now the leader of Bayern Munich. So a big game today. Of course, let's not forget Leipzig were title contenders last season, trying to stop Bayern Munich's run of winning so many Bundesligas in a row. They couldn't stop it under Nagelsmann, and now Nagelsmann, you could say, has joined the best to try and continue that mission as he goes to the coaches of Leipzig. He gives them all a handshake before the game kicks off, and of course both goalkeepers of RB Leipzig and Bayern Munich are the captains, so they're just doing the coin toss now with the referee, which is Dennis Atkin. That's your referee for today. So yes, big game coming up. As I said, Bayern Munich and Leipzig both going for the league last season. Bayern Munich coming out strong as always when it comes to the Bundesliga, and they'll hope to win today. Of course, they had a bit of a slow start. They had that draw against Mönchengladbach, but then they won the Super Cup against Borussia Dortmund, and they've been able to win games since. So they're currently on 7 points. Leipzig have had a bit of a slow start, but let's not forget they've lost their mate. They lost Nagelsmann in the summer. They lost Sabitzer. Sabitzer, of course, now a Bayern Munich player as well. So it was always going to be tricky for Leipzig to continue what they're doing. But let's not forget they did get the big signing of Andre Silva from Frankfurt, who I think is a great signing for Leipzig, and he is starting up front today. So if you're wondering what the lineups are, folks, do check them out on the side of me. You got Leipzig's there. Trying to do it the right way around. No, not Leipzig. No, that way. Leipzig are there. Bayern Munich's lineup is there, and we're just about to kick off then. And here we go. Game has kicked off. Let's get some atmosphere on. I forgot to put that on. Here we go. And yes, bit of atmosphere for you there. Bit of background noise from the stadium. So here we go then. The game kicks off. So Leipzig playing in their home colours, the white shirt, red shorts and red socks, and Bayern Munich playing in full black with a bit of gold on their kit. Of course, one of the most successful team in Germany. You can understand why they might have a bit of gold on their kit. They are the world champions as well from last season after winning the FIFA Club World Cup. We've got Greg Livingston getting in touch saying, "Hi Jamie, how are you doing? Is my work's day out to the horse racing?" Yes, I remember you were saying when we were doing the Rodicano match back on Thursday. Hope that you're enjoying your day out, Greg. But it's with Neuer at the moment. Oh, and it's gone out of play, his goal kick. And RB Leipzig will have a throw midway in the Bayern Munich half on the far side. Alphonso Davies couldn't keep it in play. We got Tubes MD getting in touch saying, "What's up, brother? Greetings from the Philippines." Hello, Tubes. Saying, "Let's go Bayern, let's go." Hopefully it'll work for me in a moment. So that's not handy, is it? And as always, my Wi-Fi has been poor recently during these watch-alongs, folks, and I do apologise, but you question Wi-Fi, don't you? Anyway, I've got the game back. It's on 1.5 minutes. Anyway, Bayern Munich come to play from the back. Greg Livingstone asking, did you hear that Mark Goldbridge was on the stream last night? I did see. Luke sent me a screenshot of his messages, which was pretty cool for our channel to get that interaction from a well-known football YouTuber. So nice of him to get in touch. You know, he didn't even have to, did he? You know, he sent us a message. And yeah, it was good to see. I was out at the pub at the time when Luke told me, and I had a few beers in me, and to be honest with you, when he sent me the screenshots, I was a little drunk, so I didn't know if it was my eyes tricking me or if it was true. And obviously when I woke up this morning, I had to realise again that he was telling the truth. Ooh, calls for handball on Thomas Muller in the Bayern box. They do have VAR in the Bundesliga, let's not forget. But either way, it looks like they might have got away with that one maybe. It looked like a handball. His arm wasn't sticking out, so it didn't look as obvious, but even so. Here's Gnabry, though, on the other end of the pitch. Bayern Munich might try and find the opener here. Here's Thomas Muller, just inside the box, across the face of goal. Leipzig deal with it. And they intercepted it, and they've just booed it out their own half. And it's gone all the way to Manuel Neuer outside of his penalty area. Tubes just says, oh my god, what the hell was Muller doing? Yeah, I'm not sure what he was doing there. He was crouching, and then his right arm, his hand was kind of just sticking out a little. And that was the problem. I'm surprised. I'd imagine did they check VAR for that? I would have done. Nagelsmann can breathe again a little bit there, and Thomas Muller. Tubes even says, I'm a Bayern fan, but that was a handball. It looked like a handball to me, Tubes. You kind of question why VAR isn't... I don't know if they used VAR to check it. If they have, then fair enough. They couldn't have had a more clear angle from what they just showed us on the TV. Do get in touch, folks. Do vote on the poll as well. We have asked you at home who will win. The three options are Leipzig, Bayern Munich, or a draw. No one's gone for a draw. Bayern Munich, 81% of you have predicted Bayern Munich to win, while 19% of you have gone for RB Leipzig. Tubes also says Thomas Muller made himself bigger. That was pretty dumb. Yeah, I think it was a handball. So Leipzig early on already causing a bit of a threat. Here they come again on the right hand side with Andre Silva, outmuscled by Upper Meccano. Andre Silva didn't like that, and the linesman nearby is having to just tell Andre Silva, and even the referee's coming by. I think he's going to have a word with both of the players and just tell them that, you know, come on lads, we've not even had 5 minutes and you're already throwing handbags all over the place. Greg says, I have a soft spot for Union Berlin. Yeah, Union Berlin are a fantastic club. I only really heard about them a couple of years ago when they came up to the Bundesliga, and of course they were able to rival their fellow Berlin team of Hertha Berlin. And the atmosphere looks amazing. It looks like an old-fashioned ground, but it looks fantastic. Good day out, I'm sure. I've been to Hertha Berlin, but anyway, here come Leipzig. Here's Angelino, shot straight at goal, but it's straight into the hands of Neuer in the middle between the sticks. 5.5 minutes gone, but Leipzig already starting off well here. The handball shouts and the shot on target from Angelino. But it's early days, and we all know that Bayern Munich are not an easy team to beat. Here they come now. Muller's just tried to slide on the ground there to keep the possession going, and instead he's given the ball away, and it's all the way back with Leipzig's goalkeeper of Galaxy, who's the Hungarian goalkeeper. I thought impressed really well at the Euros for Hungary. I thought he was a fantastic goalkeeper. Made a couple of mistakes against England though in the World Cup qualifiers. Here are Leipzig now coming. Nice through ball. He couldn't quite get there. That was a great moment. I think it was almost trying to get to the end of that pass. He gave him a thumbs up straight away. Bayern Munich have the ball back in possession though. 6 minutes gone. Leipzig 0, Bayern Munich 0 in this big Bundesliga game. Just 4 rounds into the new season. And of course, things have changed. As I mentioned, Upper Meccano moving from Leipzig. It's a bit of moving from Leipzig and Nagelsmann. The manager, here come Bayern. Sonny didn't get there, and it had to be defended and cleared behind for a corner kick, our first corner of the game, going towards Bayern Munich. We've got Tubes asking any predictions. I'm going to say Bayern Munich, but I'm not going to give you a score line. If you haven't yet, folks, do vote in the poll. You know what? I'm going to say 2-1 Bayern Munich, I'm going to say. It won't be an easy game. They'll still get the win, I think. They've had a shaky start, but they're doing okay. Oh, and Lewandowski had a free go at goal there. He couldn't really connect to the ball. And because he couldn't really get his back behind the corner there from Kimmich, it's instead just gone miles way over the bar. And even Thomas Muller nearby knew straight away that was a golden opportunity already for the German champions. And it looks like it'll be a short goal kick for Leipzig from Galaxy. So yeah, go back to Galaxy. He made a couple of mistakes against England in that qualifier in front of the Budapest crowd, which I'm sure he wanted to forget that performance very quickly before he flew back to Germany to do his usual club duty for Leipzig. Yeah, so do get in touch, folks. Don't be shy. Let's talk more football on our live chat page. We've got Greg Livingstone saying 3-2 Bayern. Ooh, I like the look of that. Nylan A asking channel name, please. So I'm watching it on Sky Sports, one of the Sky Sports channels in England. Where are you from, Nylan? I could try and find out for you in what country they're showing the game where you are if you're not in England. And we got Tubes saying Tubes are sharing a 3-1 win for Bayern today. A Lewandowski brace and Sergei Gnabry did score a few goals for Germany during the international break. Mr. Gnabry, can't remember how many, but he scored at least a couple. And he says that Leipzig gets a consolation in Nkunku goal. And Nkunku's a good player to watch. I like him. But Andre Silva, I was really happy for Andre Silva getting the contract at Leipzig because he was the top. If I can remember rightly, he was he the top goal scorer last season, or was he top 3? I can't remember. I'll have to Google that unless one of you lot can Google it for me or answer that for me. I'm not sure what's going on here. There's meant to be a throw-in supposed to be taken, but I think they're checking a VAR decision. Ooh, is there a handball in the box? Oh, and just as I say that, just as we're about to reach 10 minutes here, we're going to have a proper VAR check here. The referee is going to head to the monitor on the sidelines. So, it hits his upper arm. He tries to go down. I don't know if you can see. He's trying to go down like that with the ball. He's trying to put it, kind of bounce it down, and it hits his left arm. And it is the captain, I think, for Leipzig. I don't think that's a handball. It looks like it's hit him around here. I don't know if you can really count that. I'd always go on about the upper arm bits of being the dangerous areas of touching the ball. Right, the referee's seen it, and I think he's given the penalty. He has given a penalty, and it's a bad start here for Leipzig. They should have had probably a penalty on the other side of the pitch earlier on because of Thomas Muller's handball, but instead we've got a penalty for Bayern Munich here. So, Leipzig could end up being a goal down here just 10.5 minutes in. The Leipzig manager, who used to be the manager of the other RB club of Salzburg, so Lewandowski, as you'd imagine, will be the man to take the penalty for Bayern Munich. And he actually set up an equaliser, a vital equaliser for Poland against England earlier this week in the last few minutes of the game. So Lewandowski, can he score? Yes, he can. Bottom right corner of the net. And Lewandowski gets Bayern Munich, the Bundesliga champions, ahead here in Leipzig. That's a big goal. And as you'd imagine, there might be a few Leipzig fans throwing a few cups and a bit unhappy. Nagelsmann gives a few high fives to his fellow coaches, and it's a good start for Bayern Munich and for Nagelsmann return in Leipzig. But was there any doubt? I don't think there was for Lewandowski to miss. He rarely misses. I'll have to check how many goals he's got this season, but He's already got a few. He scored at least 2 against Dortmund in that Super Cup a few weeks ago. So Leipzig 0, Bayern Munich 1. Here come Bayern Munich again. A cross in, had to be headed behind for a corner. And Leipzig again. It was a dangerous cross from Kimmich. What can Bayern Munich do from this corner? Because if they could go 2-0 up early on here, then it will be a disastrous start for the hosts. Anyway, 13 minutes in, Kimmich with the corner, dealt with by the first man of Leipzig on the near post. And Angelino, I think, he's had to clear it out for a throw. And looks like he's got a new haircut, shaved on the sides, hair going down the middle, and it's blonde, and it makes a V form at the back of his head. I think Angelino at the end of last season was injured, so he missed a bit of game time at the end of what was, of course, I'd like to call it a COVID season, where there was no fans watching. Oh, here come Bayern Munich again. They've picked it up in the midfield. It's with Leroy Sané on the left-hand side as he approaches the box. Now with Gnabry. He's on the edge of the box as well. He takes a shot. It's blocked. But they'll have another strike, and it's gone wide from Joshua Kimmich. And it's a goal kick for Leipzig. I think Leipzig just need to calm down. They've lost the possession there, and they could have easily have given away another goal. And they just need to calm down after conceding from a Lewandowski penalty. It's a few more messages. As our poll changed since that goal's gone in. Bayern Munich 83% now, 17% only for any of you that believe that Leipzig can turn it round at least now and win the game. And no one yet has still said a draw. I said it would be 2-1 Bayern Munich when we started the stream. Here we're Bayern Munich now. In case you're wondering, folks, this isn't going to be our only watch along of today. We've got another one tonight at 9 o'clock British time for the final of the Women's US Open final. Emma Raducanu versus Leila Fernandez, which is, of course, an all-teen final. The last time we had that was in 1999 at the US Open between Serena Williams and Martina Hingis, which, as you'd expect, Serena Williams came out on top, which would be, of course, one of many majors that she has been able to win as a tennis player over the last 20 years or so. But what a match that'll be at Arthur Ashe. I really would love it to see Emma Raducanu win, but either way, to have a teenager win a Grand Slam, whatever the outcome, it's fantastic to see. Someone young taking on the world of tennis and absolutely nailing it so young. So yeah, do join us tonight, 9 PM. We've already got the event set up, so it's all there on the channel. So do join me and Cara Davis later on for that. Big night ahead for tennis. For British tennis and Canadian tennis. Here come Leipzig then, looking for an equaliser. Only to be booted away by the Bayern Munich defender. Ball into the box, trying to look for Andre Silva. Gnabry's deep into his own half, just making the clearance. Oh, and RB Leipzig offside. I've just seen Sabit, so he's in the dugout. So he's available from the bench if Nagelsmann wants to play an ex-Leipzig player in front of the home crowd of Leipzig, which I'm not sure what treatment he'll get, but probably not the best of treatments, maybe. because of him joining the dark side, as some of them would maybe see it from the Leipzig camp. Tubes actually says Fernandez to win the US Open. She is half Filipina. I didn't know that. You learn something new every day. I mean, I'm afraid, Tubbs, I'm hoping it'll be Emma Raducanu, because I'm obviously British and English, and that's where Raducanu comes from. We've got Tubbs asking me as well, what is your Premier League team, Jamie? It is Manchester United. Yes, I've just watched the Man U Newcastle game, and it was fantastic to see Zeus Cristiano Ronaldo getting a brace in his debut back. What a second debut that was. Didn't have much to do, but that's Ronaldo these days. He's more of a he's obviously a goal scorer, but he likes to play up front as in a centre forward and be at the right place at the right time. Bayern get the ball into the box, headed away first time. As I said, Leipzig could just do with avoiding a second goal conceding here with Angelino, and he's had no option but to play it back to his goalkeeper. And Galaxy has booted it onto the halfway line. Oh, Tubbs says, United today, you should be winning the league. No excuses for you this year. Yeah, you got to go for it. When you sign someone like Ronaldo, Varane, at least, I think you're making a statement, aren't you? You're improving the defence and you're bringing in someone like Ronaldo who can lead a team. So, yeah. I'm excited. I'm hoping we do see a lot of goals from Ronaldo this season. I've already said when he signed that 20 goals would be nice in his first season back. I think that's achievable, and he knows it is. He loves a challenge, Mr. Ronaldo. But overall, as a United fan, I don't think we were that good today. The scoreline would say we probably thrashed them, but we didn't. Newcastle played well. They could have actually taken the lead at one point when they got a goal back. Greg saying Jamie knows that City is the true team in Manchester. A true team, Greg, is a team that's got history and got decades of success. That's my true team. Man City only became competitive because of an oily rich owner coming to buy the club, let's be honest. I'm not making claims, it's the truth. Got nothing wrong with City getting set up like that if it's what's going to make them competitive and win trophies, but that's how they'll always be remembered in my eyes. Any fans that were a Man City fan at post-2008, then that's a glory supporter for me. Anyway, back with the game as we've just reached the 20th minute mark. If you've just joined us, RB Leipzig already trailing 1-0 at home against the German champions of Bayern Munich. A Lewandowski penalty after it was awarded with a VAR check because of a handball by one of the defenders. I thought it was harsh. I honestly thought it hit him more on the shoulder, and I'm sure with the VAR check the referee was happy to give it. Anyway, Leipzig, there's still plenty of time. They've got plenty of football left to go here to look for that equaliser. Andre Silva penalised there, giving away a free kick. Hernandez will take it. Tubbs says United should, in capitals, win, but City will win it again. I think City are no doubt the favourites. I think Chelsea, with how they've done under Tuchel since he's come in, to win the Champions League and then get to an FA Cup final, I think they mean business, which of course they are playing right now. They're hosting Aston Villa, so we'll go through with some of the scorelines from earlier today, especially the German League at half-time. We'll go through them later on. Long goal kick there by Galaxy as couldn't get picked up by Andre Silva. Of course, both goalkeepers are the captains for their teams. And Pavard's not sure what to do with his throw in there. Here come Leipzig. Into the box. Shot straight at Neuer. Not a bad effort. That was Campbell who made the shot with his right foot. now, Bayern. Now, if I can remember in this tie last year in the league when they played at Leipzig, Bayern, they won 1-0, which would at the time get them 7 points clear at the top of the league, which was clearly probably the win that made sure, really, and put any doubters to sleep. Ball's on the halfway line. There was a foul there. It was a late challenge, it looked like. It was on Nkunku from Hernandez. And Leipzig will have a free kick taken quickly, just inside their own half. Ooh, couple of Bayern Munich players completely losing track there. Here's Angelino on the left wing, who's incredibly dangerous there. Cross came to naught. It just took a deflection. It went out the box again, but Leipzig still have the possession. It's now on the right wing. Oh, and they lost the ball just when they got to the final third. Ball's been booted out of Bayern's half, but one of the Bayern Munich players, I'm not sure who it is, but he is down on the ground. And the camera's off him now, but he might still be injured. Oh no, he seems to have got back up. Not sure which player that was. Couldn't quite tell. Oh, and here we go then. Leipzig, Angelino. Oh, that's not a bad cross. Couldn't get it to Silva. I think it was Upamecano went up in the air with him and beat him to it. But I do love Angelino. I think he's a great player. Sadly, I had to see him play a blinder against Man United when we went to play Leipzig last season, and we needed to win that game, or at least get a draw to basically go through to the knockout stages. Sadly, we didn't do that, and we got knocked out, which was very annoying. But Angelino had an absolute sublime game, especially early on in the game. I think he stunned our defence at times. And I might be wrong, but I think he might still be on loan from Man City. I don't know. He was part of Man City, Angelino. But I've never seen him play for the senior team for Man City, so he might have just been a product. I'm not sure. From the academy. Anyway, here's a shot there. Oh dear. Well wide. I think that was Olmo. Yep, it was. He knows he has to do a lot better than that if he wants to try and find an equaliser for his team. Greg actually asking me as well now, is Angelino still on loan at Red Bull or is he still with City? Let's have a look, shall we? Because I feel like Man City would get quite a lot from him. I think he's... No, so it looks as though Leipzig have bought him permanently. So they had him on loan last season, but as of 2021, I'd imagine they mean this summer, he has officially been a Leipzig player for good. Which doesn't surprise me. I think it would have been a shame if he... I don't think Man City would have ever played him in Pep's plans anyway. Tubbs saying Angelino better than Luke Shaw, haha. Two different players, haven't they? Two different kind of players. I think Luke Shaw's great. Defensively and an attacker. Angelino, I think, is more of an attacker than a defender. But that's football these days. That's how we use our fullbacks. Kimmich with the cross in. Well, it was a free kick. Pretty much a corner. Sarni with a shot. Ooh, just a whisker past the post there. Not a bad shot from Sarni. He did score in the in one of the Germany games during the international break. And they had a bit of a fun time, the Germans, under Hansi Flick during the international break. A few goals in them. Okay, the teams they were playing are not the kind of teams you'd play at a World Cup per se, but you know, you still got to turn up, get the results and get the vital points to help your country reach another World Cup finals. Anyway, here come Leipzig. Oh, again, just that last moment of passing not going to their plans. Tubbs saying Alphonso Davies is definitely better than Luke Shaw. I mean, look, can't doubt Alphonso Davies from his upbringing. You know, his family were refugees, ended up in Canada, and after all that that they had to deal with, he still turned out as not a bad player and a professional for Bayern Munich, winning everything: the Champions League, the Club World Cup, Bundesliga. He won everything already. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I'm from Canada as well. We don't talk. There's not. I can't even give you a handful of players from Canada that have taken the world alight in football, and Alphonso Davies is probably the only one I'd talk about. Muller. 2. Here he is now, Alphonso Davies, and as we say that Tubbs, he's lost the ball. But luckily Kimmich's won it back for him. And it's gone all the way back to Neuer. Neuer will boot it out of the box. Approaches the left-hand side of the pitch. Tubbs quoting me saying, wait, not a bad player. Yeah, he's a great player, of course. Sometimes when I say not a bad player, it's like a bit of a sarcasm, maybe. Whatever way you see it. There was a cross there from Bayern, which was easily picked up by Galaxy. He's played it short to his teammate on the left of Simakan. Simakan not really sure where to put the ball, so he's given it back to Galaxy. And then it's back to Simakan. He's moved a bit more to his left. He's played it back to the goalkeeper again, and the goalkeeper's booted it out this time. I think that was probably the best option from the get-go. Oh, he's not. He's onside. Oh, Manunoy's come out. Leipzig had one of their players, I think it was Nkunku, who was on his own up front trying to collect the long ball, but as you'd expect, Neuer's always nearby when it comes to sweeper keeper. Oh, and again, long ball this time to try and find Gnabry. They tried to do something similar, but it was way too far, and it was straight into the penalty area. Sun starting to come down in Leipzig. Sunset there today. Looks like very nice weather in Germany. It's been okay here. It's been a bit cloudy, bit of sun. Not that warm, but not cold either. That's your weather report. Tubbs says, "Oh, are you from Canada? We'll be relocating soon to Canada." No, I'm from England. I thought my accent might have given that away, to be honest. No, I'm definitely not Canadian. Never been to Canada, so I've got no connections. I'd like to go to Canada. I've never really thought about it though. Vancouver, maybe. That seems to be the place to go for a trip to Canada, anyway. Just about to reach 30 minutes. And it's RB Leipzig 0, Bayern Munich 1, 11-Dosky penalty separating the two sides. Just 11 minutes into the game. Ooh. Simakan had a late challenge on him by Muller. And that should no doubt be a free kick. Will it be a booking? I don't think so. I think the referee, maybe because it's still a bit early on in the game, he doesn't want to do that. And he hasn't. Play is back on. Oh, anyway. What have we got? Tubbs saying, "Oh, my bad." No worries. How come you're relocating to Canada, Tubbs? Is it for a new job, family reasons, or saying I'm thinking of setting up a Bayern fan channel myself when I settle down? There haven't been any English-speaking Bayern fan channels lately. Good shout, Tubbs. Absolutely. I think I have seen a few German fan channels with one guy. I think. Well, most of them, speaking German, so I think you're right. There is one Canadian guy, though. I think there is a Canadian guy that does run the channel. He's a big Bayern fan, I've noticed. Obviously, he always wears the shirt when he does the videos. But also, I wouldn't be surprised if he's a fan because of Alphonso Davies. Anyway, good chance here. Gnabry, what a tackle. What a challenge. Oh, Simakan absolutely nailed it. Got in front of Gnabry. Gnabry, the moment the ball dropped to him, he should score. But Simican came back, got into position, got in front of Gnabry and poked it behind for a corner. That was a big moment. On a normal day, normal service. I mean, look at this first touch from Leroy Sané. It's absolutely spot on. Yes, it hit his crotch a little bit, but whatever it takes to get the goal, well, nearly get the goal. Then he gave it to Lewandowski, and Lewandowski with the cross towards Gnabry. But Simican just somehow miraculously gets there in time. Corner though, it's not over yet. Here comes the ball. Muller couldn't get to the end of it, and Leipzig have headed it away. And there's a shot there, volley, half-volleyed effort, way wide. Hits Rosed probably in the stands. And I think it was Alphonso Davies with the shot with his left boot. And because of that, it looks as though he got caught by maybe Nkonko there. And he's just down on the ground at the moment, but he looks to be okay. Yeah, he went for it, and he went into Nkonko. There wasn't much in that. Nkonko had his back towards Alfonso when he took the shot, so he wasn't really fully aware of what was going to happen. Greg asking, Jamie, is there any other stream on tomorrow? Yes, we've got quite a busy schedule tomorrow. We've got the MotoGP Aragon Grand Prix, then we've got the F1 Italian Grand Prix straight after that. Actually, well, we'll talk more about that in a minute, but Leipzig having to just defend a corner there from Bayern Munich. 12 minutes to go, and it's been a bit of a quiet game. Despite the penalty, it's been a bit quiet. Leipzig have got a free kick though, so that'll just settle the pace a little. Olmo with a fantastic first touch right in front of his manager as well, which I'm sure he liked watching that. Crystal saying Canada is boring. We used to drive across the border so we could drink at 19. Good shout. Of course, in America, if you didn't know, folks, you have to be 21 to drink. Leipzig with a cross in. This looks dangerous. Angelino! Oh, just wide off the left post. Half-volleyed effort. And I thought he'd get it on target. He loves a shot when he gets the chance. He had the time and space. He put the ball down, let it bounce a couple of times, but his effort was just not good enough. Wide past the post. And Bayern Munich can breathe again. Goal kick, which was short by Neuer. Tubbs responded to Crystal saying, I like the boring stuff, Crystal. Like I said, I've never been to Canada. I don't have much knowledge, to be honest with you. I wished I could tell you, but I would like to see Canada at some point. Again, I wouldn't know what I'd go for, though. That's maybe a bit of Googling and reading would help. I think it's Kimmich who's down at the moment. Or was it Lewandowski? Ooh, studs up nearly from, I think it was Simican on, oh, it's Goretzka. He's had a quiet game. I forgot he was on the pitch. 35 minutes in, I've not seen much influence from Goretzka, and he's one of my favourite players. Him and Muller are probably my favourite players for Bayern. Crystal says Niagara Falls. That's it. Yep. I always think of Niagara Falls because of the Jim and Pam wedding off The Office. And a bit of a headed competition in the box. Header at goal. Neuer had to save it. He had to get down to it. Another moment on target for RB Leipzig. I think it might have been Andre Silva with the header. So the ball came long into the box. Free header by Simican. Then it was headed away by, I think it was Hernandez. And then there was a header down towards the ground and bounced just before Neuer saved it. He had to get down to his right still. But it remains 1-0. Tubbs actually says game is getting chippy now. Hello, Pedro. Pedro Padial says K. If you haven't yet, folks, we'd really appreciate it. Click that subscribe button below this stream. And if you really want, give us a like as well. We'd really appreciate it. Gnabry. Now to Goretzka. Plays the cross. Angelino makes the block. Should go out for a throw-in for Bayern Munich. But yeah, I really enjoy watching Angelino play. I've not watched him that many times, but each time I think he's been impressive. That's a great flick to Goretzka. Shot blocked. It's gone behind for a corner on the near side for Bayern, but one of the Leipzig defenders, I think it was, looked as though it was Orban. It was a lovely flick from Lewandowski to Goretzka to make the run, but it was a good block as well by Orban. And he was doing this signal towards his fellow defenders to just say, you know, focus and wake up here. If we concede a second goal, we've got a mammoth of task to do then. So Kimmich with the signal towards his teammates in the box with the corner. Ends up landing towards none of the Bayern players, and it's booted out towards Neuer in his own half. Tubbs now says, fair enough, Crystal. It really is boring, to be fair. What are you doing moving there, then? We got Kirsty Stanton saying hi. Hello, Kirsty. Hope you're well. Let us know, folks, where you're watching the game from today. Who are you supporting, Kirsty? Here's Pavard. Gnabry. Pavard again. To Sane. Upamecano up against his old team. Of course, Upamecano was confirmed for Bayern even before last season had finished. It was all done, wrapped up last January, but to stay at Leipzig for the rest of the season. This has still got an interesting result, this game, because Leipzig are starting to show a bit more up front. Angelino. Just under a little bit of pressure there from behind of Thomas Muller, and ended up booting the ball out. And there's quite a massive bit of grass that's come out from the pitch, which could do with someone just putting it back in there. Might have to get the grounds people to deal with that come half time in about 5 minutes time. Kirsty says, I'm from Scotland. I might be wrong, Kirsty, but I recognise your name. Have you been on our live chat pages before? I'm sure I've seen you on it once. Who do you support, Kirsty? Now, I will let you know, folks, that Crystal Rose, who's chatting on our live chat page, she normally helps us out with the golf on our channel, right? Now, she's from America. You know what Americans are like. They don't deal with... They call it soccer, which is a horrible word. I call it the S word. You call it football in America. Even if I go there, you call it football. Don't call it that word that I mentioned. What I was going to say was that I think we need to get Crystal into football, folks. I think we should do a watch-along. We should do a watch-along with watching football with an American. I think that should be a video, folks. Get Crystal's reactions. Is Sane. Now Lewandowski in the box. Oh, that was a terrible shot. He might have been relying on a deflection off one of his opponents, but instead it didn't hit anyone on the way, and it went very wide. Which, there's two chances I think Bayern Munich could have made it 3-0 in this game. There are some Leipzig fans, which is great to see, jumping up and down in the stands with joy, waving flags, waving their scarves, showing their colours tonight. Kirsty Stanton saying, I don't know. Fair enough. I'm sure I've seen you on this live chat page before. Kirsty is a Rangers fan. And yeah, they did beat St Johnstone 2-1 today in the early kickoff. That was a lunchtime game in Scotland. I noticed there was a bit rowdy in that game. There were some pictures I saw online of some of the players pushing each other and stuff, which Scottish football can be a bit like that. Now Gnabry's down on the ground, so Hopefully he's okay. Referee's gone to check him, but Nagelsmann's looking at the bench. I think he might actually look into maybe replacing him very early on, just before half-time. And he's still on the ground, Gnabry, which, when they're on the ground for this long, and from his face expressions, it looks as though he might be injured. Tubbs saying, ban the word soccer, please. Yep, horrible word. Horrible word. Maybe we only say that because Americans say that. I don't actually know if it was Americans who came up with that word. Who came up with that word? Kirsty saying we always love to see it. Do you think they'll win the league again this season, Kirsty? I think it'll be a bit more of a challenge because you've got fans back. But Celtic haven't exactly been great. Haven't been the greatest, have they, so far? Yep, Crystal saying I watched my first Euros this year. She did. She watched the final, but sadly it had to be England losing to Italy. But I think you need to watch more. Crystal, look for Bayern Munich match right now. I'm sure they show it in America. If I told you what channel it was, will you watch it? Oh, thank you very much, Kirsty, saying I've liked and subscribed. Really appreciate it. Tubbs also saying, how in the world is the NFL football with a question mark? I've always wanted to call it throw ball, because they throw it, they don't kick it. You only kick it when they're doing punts, or whatever they call it. Or when they're going for a field goal after they've scored a touchdown. I think it should be called throw ball. But, they don't even touch it down. I don't know. I don't care. I do like NFL, though. I do enjoy watching it, which we do plan to do some NFL watch-alongs. Not this weekend, even though it's the opening weekend. We're going to do it next weekend. And the first match will be... we're looking to do the Steelers versus the Raiders, which is 6 PM UK time next Sunday. We'll be doing a match, most likely that one. We haven't decided yet. And about 30 seconds to go till we reach added time, folks. Oh, thank you, Tubbs, saying I subscribed as well. I appreciate it, Tubbs. Remember, folks, do subscribe if you haven't already. We really appreciate your support. Trying to get to the 5,000 sub mark. We're currently just past 4,600, so we're getting there. Leipzig now in the box. Might be the last chance before the interval. Oh, we've got the ball on the right wing. Cross comes in, surely, and Konko is free on his own. Silva, oh! Was that saved? I think it was. I think Neuer had to tip it over the bar there, and he had to stretch out. It was Olmo with the shot at the end. Great save. Now, I'm not sure where the deflection came from, because looking at it closely from the replay... Oh no, Neuer did save it. Fingertip save. It was going in. Good save. And, yep, Gnabry has had to come off for Musiala. Musiala, the young promising player, who actually chose Germany over England in terms of the team he'd want to play for internationally. So we've already had a substitution from Bayern, which they would have not liked to have taken, but when Gnabry's injured, you've got no option. All right. Kirsty Stanton says, I play football for Hibs, but a Rangers fan. So, I don't know much about women's football in Scotland, Kirsty. I do follow the WSL in England, though. Great league. It's getting bigger and great to see it televised. But where are Hibs? Are they in the top division of Scottish women's football, or are they in a different league? Let us know. Be good to hear more. 2 minutes of added time. I've only just seen that, and we've already had a minute gone so far. But at the moment, unless Leipzig get an equaliser, which it's back to Neuer, you feel Bayern Munich will at least go into half-time leading this all-important fixture. Tubbs saying, best goalkeeper in the world, Neuer. Way better than De Gea. I mean, Neuer's got the trophies. Simple as that. can't. Not even open to debate. Not even open to debate. So throwing from Alphonso Davies, just about to reach the 2 minutes of added time. Ball's just been booed out for throw, and I think the referee, will he? Yep, half time here in Leipzig, and only the 1 goal so far, but I think we've had a very interesting game. We had a Lewandowski penalty that separates the two sides just after 11 minutes. It was a handball, but it hit him around there, and I think it was harsh. And within 4 minutes of the game, Thomas Muller looked to have caused a handball in Bayern Munich's box. But even after looking at the video replays, I don't know if VAR was checked at the time, but Leipzig could argue that they should have had a penalty as well. So it's been an interesting game. Leipzig, though, they are giving them a good challenge towards Bayern Munich, so I don't think this fixture's over yet. So at half-time, it's RB Leipzig 0, Bayern Munich 1. We will be right back, folks. We're just going to take a quick break. We'll be right back before the second half begins, of course, and we'll go through the results of today from Bundesliga and from other leagues as well. So we'll be back in a few minutes' time, so don't go anywhere, folks. Welcome back to our live watch-along of RB Leipzig versus Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. If you've just joined us, as you can see the scoreline below me, at half-time it is RB Leipzig 0, Bayern Munich 1. It was a Lewandowski penalty on the 11th minute after a handball was given from VAR. That is the reason why we are at 1-0. It's been an interesting game. It's been close. I'd probably say it could be level. I think we could see a draw in this, potentially, but Leipzig have certainly had a few moments at Bayern Munich's door and knocked it a few times to tell them that, you know, we're not going away just yet. And I think there is a big chance for them to get an equaliser. So, yeah, big one for sure this second half. And I think for Bayern Munich, they'll want to obviously hold on to the win and try and stay top of the league, or at least, of course, they'll be challenging for the Bundesliga as they always do. But yeah, they've just shown an advert for Anthony Joshua. I keep forgetting he's got a fight coming up, which is supposed to be at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, which normally would be at Wembley. But I'm actually wondering when that fight is. I'm just waiting for the promote ad to actually finish and tell us. It's in 2 weeks' time. 2 Saturdays from now. Imagine if he lost that in pursuit to try and get this fight with Tyson Fury, which feels like it will never happen. Well, it looked like it got cancelled, didn't it? Because I think Tyson Fury had COVID, so he couldn't fight at the end. Let's read some of your comments. Tubbs, who's a Bayern Munich fan, says, I hope the second half is better than the first. It was a bore fest so far. Yeah, it's not been a great game. I can vouch for that. It hasn't been the best so far. But let me quickly check what the Bundesliga results were like. I haven't actually checked them so far. In case you're wondering, I am a Man United fan, so I am recovering from a good win over Newcastle after Ronaldo made his second debut, which was 2 goals from him. If you didn't know, helped us take the lead after conceding an equaliser. Let's have a look at the results then. So, look at this for a game. Bayer Leverkusen 3, Dortmund 4 in an earlier match. Shame we didn't watch that one. Union Berlin 0, Augsburg 0, SC Freiburg 1, FC Cologne 1. FC Cologne actually got a draw with 10 men. They looked like they had one of their players sent off, which seems to be Florian Kahn's 15 minutes before the end of the game. Fürth 0, Wolfsburg 2. Fürth, of course, promoted from Bundesliga 2. And Hoffenheim 0, Mainz 2. So, interesting scores there. But if we look at the table, of course, the current live table will tell you that Bayern Munich, if they win this game, they will go second, 2 points behind Wolfsburg. Because Wolfsburg are the only team so far, 4 games in. Sorry, Wolfsburg have won every game, so they're the only team in the Bundesliga that have got 100% record so far. 4 wins out of 4. They're looking good, and they could just be Bayern Munich's main title challengers. But maybe we could have a very close season. We've got a lot of games to go this season, but the fact that you've got Dortmund, Bayern, going up there as always, maybe a bit of Leipzig as well. But currently, Leipzig are 10th, and if they lose today, that will be their 3rd defeat. So already their manager is under pressure if he loses this game. 3 defeats out of the 4 games. It's not looking good at all. Again, they have lost a couple of key players to Bayern Munich, of Upamecano and Sabitzer. But, yeah, it's not looking good for Leipzig. They would love to just not lose today. A draw will be a good result against the German champions of Bayern Munich. At the bottom, though, Hertha Berlin are rock bottom. They have lost 3 games now. They played tomorrow, I think. They played tomorrow, Hertha Berlin. Fürth 17th, of course, new team. Mönchengladbach have had a terrible start as well. 1 point for them. They've drawn one, which was with Bayern Munich in the opening game of the season, and they've lost two. Frankfurt, look at Frankfurt. Two draws and a defeat. They've only got 2 points. It's a very strange season already in the Bundesliga. Already seeing some different shifts and moves from the table of what we saw last season. Let's read more of your comments. Kirsty Stanton saying, I'm glad I joined this stream. Thanks, Kirsty. So, which other teams have you played for, Kirsty? Because your name is awfully familiar. I'm sure I've heard of your name before. Have you played for anybody else as well as Hibs? Let us know in the live chat page. Just waiting for the players to come back out onto the pitch for the start of the second half. Do get in touch on our live chat page. If you've just joined the stream, you can vote on our poll as well. Then let's check the poll at the moment. After 106 votes, we've got 82% going for a Bayern Munich win, 14% for an RB Leipzig win, which might be very unlikely if they can really turn it around here. We'll see. And a draw for 4%. So not many of you believing that there'll be a draw today. When the game started, we shared some of our predictions on the live chat page. I went with a 2-1 win for Bayern Munich. So, maybe get an RB Leipzig equaliser, then a late winner from Bayern. Who knows? Well, the teams are coming back out onto the pitch, both Leipzig and Bayern Munich, for the start of this second half. I think we've still got an interesting game in front of us. Hasn't been the most flowing of football, not the most entertaining, but we've still got a game on here. In case you're wondering as well, folks, we do have, of course, the big one tonight, the big US Open Women's Final at 9 o'clock UK time. In America, it'll be at 4 p.m. in New York. The, of course, big match between Emma Raducanu and Leylah Fernandez in their bid to become a Grand Slam champion for the first time. We will have a new name on the trophy, but who will it be? Raducanu of Great Britain or Fernandez of Canada? We shall find out in a few hours' time. So do join me and Cara for that here on Let's Talk Sport on YouTube. We'll be doing a watch along, and it would be great to have you there. We're just getting ready for the second half to begin. The players are all ready to go. Leipzig will kick off, and they will be attacking from left to right in the second half, with Bayern Munich going from right to left. What's going to happen in this second half? Can Leipzig get an equaliser? Can they turn it around? Can they avoid another defeat? We shall see. Let's get some atmosphere going on again in the background. Second half begins, though. Anyway, the game has kicked off. Oh, and it's 2-0 by Munich. And it's Musiala, the substitute for Sergei Gnabry. He has scored. And I think that might have just put the game to bed so early on in this second half. Only a minute or so in. And it's now RB Leipzig 0, Bayern Munich 2. I nearly missed that as I was just doing something on the computer. But as Tubbs puts in the live chat saying Musiala with loads of A's in capitals. But oh, that's a shame for Leipzig and maybe for the neutrals, because that might be game over. It was Musiala who picked it up on the near post. Great touchdown with the ball. Picking it up from Alphonso Davies' cross. Yeah. Had all sorts of freedom to do what he needed to do. And Galaxy stretched out his legs to try and make the save, since it was a low shot, but he couldn't make the save. And it's RB Leipzig 0, Bayern Munich 2. That was 47th minute. That's confirmation of when he scored. But that's a big. This will be a big win for Bayern. You know, I know they were probably favourites going into this, but with Wolfsburg on a great start to the season, they don't want the gap to bridge between them straight away. Here's Sane. Can they make it 2-0? Goretzka. Oh dear. For a guy who loves a shot at goal, that was a terrible. Oh no, it was Lewandowski. Sorry, it was Lewandowski of all people, roofing the ball way over the net. Absolutely skied it. And Leroy Sané's gutted because he would have got the assist there. Made the pass across. Goretzka left it for Lewandowski. And then he took his shot thinking normally he'll score from that range, but he didn't this time. Here come Leipzig. They need a goal now if there's any chance of them saving this match and to avoid another defeat. Andre Silva clearly looks a little frustrated. He's not had a good game so far. He's had moments with Upamecano. Upamecano looked to have taken him, pushed him, shoved him down there. Andre Silva picked up the ball without the referee whistling to just go, come on ref, that's a free kick. Greg saying, Jamie, are you not thinking of a player called Kirsty Smith who plays for Man United Women's? Maybe. I'm sure I've heard of a Kirsty Stanton before, but anyway, nice to have had you on the stream, Kirsty. Looks like she's gone now anyway. Tubbs says, floodgates are open. Yes, there'll be some tears if they don't win or get anything from this game. Leipzig, at the moment, they've got a lot to do if they've got any chance of saving this match. Tubbs saying, Jamie Musiala better than Greenwood, question mark. Discuss. I think Greenwood's better, but Musiala's, we haven't seen much of him. We've seen a lot more of Greenwood than we've seen of Musiala, but Musiala's at the right club. You know, they're both at big clubs and got Champions League football in front of them, so. Yeah, Leipzig, they need a goal. Goretzka's intercepted it, though, on the edge of the box. Oh, that's a good shot. Surely, yes, they've got a goal back, Leipzig. Is he offside? It's Andre Silva. Ah, he's offside. Oh, that's a shame. The flag has been raised. And just when we thought they might get back into this game, Andre Silva's been ruled out by the linesman. Ooh, yeah, he's offside. Yeah, he's offside. I'm sure if there's any doubts, they'll check VAR if they don't agree with the referee, but that looked offside. And it will remain RB Leipzig 0, Bayern Munich 2. Stuart Davis. Hello, Stuart. Stuart's one of our watch-alongers on the channel. Oh, they're just checking the referee. He's speaking to the VAR team, wherever they're based in Germany. Wherever their FA headquarters is, I think. Oh, is he offside? When looking at it again, I believe it's left me with a bit of doubt, but I'd still think it's offside. I think his hand's offside. Stuart Davis says, hi mate, how are you doing? I'm very good, Stuart. Says, bet you were buzzing about Ronaldo. Oh mate, he didn't do much today. He just scored when needed, like he normally does. So I was happy about that. Is it offside? It is offside. Yep, no goal after the VAR check, which lands even more frustration for the home fans and for the home players. But yeah, absolutely delighted with Ronaldo. I was hoping he'd get a hat-trick. I mean, a brace is still great, of course. You know, just even getting a goal is a great way to get yourself back in the Premier League on your second debut. But, yeah, exciting times with Ronaldo. United weren't that great today. I don't know if anyone watched United, but I don't think we were that great. The scoreline will say we battered them, but we didn't. I don't think we did. And then Stuart also says, Leipzig struggling this season. They really are. Like I said, if they lose this game, it'll be a third defeat, which is poor. You know, you're talking Arsenal level, which I didn't check, but did Arsenal actually win today? Because they were 1-0 up when I last checked. Oh my God, they actually won a game. Oh, and here come Bayern Munich. They nearly made it 2-0. And a shot there outside the box. I think that was Goretzka. Despite Lewandowski scoring from the penalty spot, it's not really been his day so far. Ooh, what are they checking for there? Great ball again by Davies to Lewandowski. It was a good save actually from Galaxy when looking at it back with his right leg. But maybe Lewandowski took one touch too many before he took the shot. Maybe he should have just gone straight for it first time. But yeah, Arsenal did win. Aubameyang scoring the only goal of the game on the 66th minute. Oh, Sané's just tapped it in as I look away there. And I think Bayern Munich are 3-0 up. They are. It's Leroy Sané, which has, I'm sure now, has no doubt put this game to bed. And the pain continues for RB Leipzig. What is going on with them this season? Leipzig 0, Bayern Munich 3. And it's a shame that it's being decided so early on, but the manager of Leipzig, he's under real pressure now. I know you're supposed to give managers time, but some clubs won't give him time. And it's Musiala who gets the assist. Now, is he offside, Leroy Sané? I don't think he is. Simple tapping for Sané on the near post. Musiala, he's got a goal and now he's got an assist. Good performance from him so far, the youngster from Bayern Munich. Tub saying Musiala way better than Greenwood. Nah, Greenwood's a very special player. If you haven't yet, folks, do subscribe to the channel and give us a like. So, confirmation. Leroy Sané scoring on the 54th minute. Put a light on, it's getting a bit dark in here. I'll be honest, I didn't rate much of Leroy Sané last season, which was his first season. It was his first season as a Bayern Munich player after he joined from Man City, and I didn't rate him last season. I think he's already playing better this season, to tell you the truth. It looks as though Sabitzer is going to come on for Bayern, so he is going to come on against his old club. Meanwhile, we've got a free kick here for Bayern Munich for Joshua Kimmich on the right-hand side, and it's straight at Galaxy, the goalkeeper. But Kimmich free kicks can leave the opponents quite nervous because he has got one hell of a delivery in him. Fantastic play to watch, Joshua Kimmich. Stuart says Musiala is looking great, just need to make sure he stays consistent like Greenwood has. Yeah, exactly that. Tubbs says goal contributions between Musiala and Greenwood. Musiala wins by a landslide. Yeah, but they're two different players. I don't like the comparison. There's a lot of players out there that always seem to get compared. I don't know why, because they play differently. And, you know, some will provide more goals, some will score more goals. It's just the way they are, and it's how they fit in their own teams. Each team is different. Anyway, here comes Sané now. He's on his own. Oh, he's just tripped a little bit and he's lost the ball. Good defending there by Leipzig if they've got any chance of coming back in this game. Tubbs saying Greenwood isn't consistent. What are you on about? He's scored 3 goals in 4 games in the Premier League this season. I don't know what you're trying to say. He is consistent. Greenwood's a very special player. Oh, there's a shot there. Oh, what a goal! Leipzig have got a goal back. That's what we wanted to see. A bit of a reaction, and there has been. It's a goal out of nowhere, but Neuer will not get his clean sheet, and it's an absolute banger from Konrad Laimer, the number 27 for RB Leipzig. Is there any hope left? Over half an hour to go. Is it too late? Either way, I love the shot. It's a great shot. He had the time. He had the space. Why not? Got nothing to lose from now on. Top right corner of the net. Even Manuel Neuer cannot save that. No one can save that. It's an absolute fantastic goal. And we've got a... Maybe. You never know. If they could get another goal here, we could have quite an interesting end to this match. Leipzig 1, Bayern Munich 3. It looks as though there are going to be... Well, there has been some substitutions, which I've just missed. What looked to be from Leipzig. I think they've made 3 changes. Lewandowski's gone off as well. I completely missed that. Yeah, Lewandowski and Goretzka have gone off. Sorry, folks, trying to keep up here. So Choupo-Moting and Sabitzer have come on while Goretzka and Lewandowski have gone off. Anyway, here come Bayern. They've got a corner. Nearly close to 60 minutes and half an hour to go. Leipzig 2 goals down to Bayern Munich. As some say, Choupo-Moting has got the best agent in the world. But he's scored a few goals this season, Mr. Choupo-Moting. So, despite the fact that we criticise him sometimes, he's actually had a good start to the season, I'd say. Angelino's gone off. Kimmich with the ball in, and it's straight again to the goalkeeper. Goalkeepers want them all day long. So yeah, Angelino's gone off. Was offside for Leipzig there. Better change the scoreline on the title as well. We've had a couple of goals since I last changed it. We got Crystal saying this match is so fast, no one is letting up. My American head is spinning. See, this is what I mean, Crystal. There's a lot more action in football than there is in NFL. Again, I got nothing wrong with NFL. I enjoy watching it, but it's all fast-paced sport, Crystal. It's non-stop for 90 minutes. Here comes Musiala. Ooh, gets shoved down a little bit there. He couldn't deal with his man, and it's a goal kick for Leipzig. But yeah, Musiala's had a great game. He's already got a goal, he's got an assist, which has proven to be vital because Leipzig have been able to get a goal back from a screamer by Laimer. Neuer makes the kick and enters... Sorry, not Neuer, it was the Leipzig goalkeeper of Galaxy. Yeah, so Lima went off just after he scored that goal. Here's Andre Silva. Oh, what was that? That was a poor pass. Didn't find anyone in the box. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, cheers. Now I've got the substitutes all dealt with. Sorry about that, folks. When there's loads of subs at the same time, it's hard to track it all. Sane having to play it back to Neuer. Neuer will boot it out as far as he can to try and find Levin. Oh, it hit Muller's back. Muller was going for the run, and I think he went so far forward, it hit his back, and he went, oh, where's that gone? Didn't time the run for that ball at all. His awareness completely went. Anyway, here's Nkunku. Oh, Andre Silva should have got to it. Great cross to him. He just had to. He couldn't stretch out enough to get the tap that he wanted at goal, at the Bayern goal, and that's a great cross. The setup was just enough perfect. And if that had gone in, oh, just missed. He was trying to stretch out with his left leg, Andre Silva. And Tubbs says, wow, Leipzig close to scoring. I'll say this now, if they get the next goal, we've got a hell of a game remaining. Well, conclusion-wise, it'll be very interesting. But still, Bayern Munich have that gap of 2 goals. Our poll hasn't changed that much, though. 83% still going for a Bayern Munich win. Leipzig for 13% and 4% for a draw. When we get near to the end of the game, I will set up a new poll asking you for your man of the match. So be sure to vote on that. Here come Leipzig on the left-hand side. Oh, not a bad cross, but again, just no one making the connection to that cross. And it's a goal kick for Bayern. Bayern have got to be careful. They're letting Leipzig flow a bit more, and you can see the... I think it's like... Or is it Bayern Munich fans? It looks like Leipzig fans. They're starting to get a bit noisy in the stadium. I think they do believe that they can come back here, and I don't see why they couldn't. Oh, thank you, Tubbs, saying, before I forget, great stream, brother. Glad to have joined. Thanks, Tubbs. It's your support and your presence with other people who watch our streams that make it all worthwhile. That's why we do it. We also do other sports as well as football. We do tennis, golf, MotoGP, F1. We're hoping to do cricket next month for the T20 World Cup. Hoping to do NFL next weekend. So yeah, a lot of other sports. We do snooker as well. So yeah. We are Let's Talk Sport, so we don't just do football, we do quite a few sports here on the channel. If you haven't yet, folks, give us a like and subscribe to the channel. We have reached 4,600 subscribers, so thanks for those that have subscribed. And of course, we are very, very close. 400 away now from 5,000, so we're getting there. Oh, was that a free kick? I think the linesman's giving it a free kick there for Bayern. If you're trying to find a watch along for tonight's women's tennis final, we do have, of course, the big women's tennis final, Raducanu versus Fernandez. That's at 9 PM UK time, so do join me for that with Cara, who's been watching it with me throughout the week of Raducanu's progress. We started watching her from this time last week. Never did we think she was going to reach a Grand Slam final, and all she has to do, well, say all she has to do, she just needs to win this next match tonight, and then she becomes a Grand Slam champion. I think the last time we had a Grand Slam champion was Virginia Wade back in the 70s. Kimmich with the free kick. Interesting. Choupo-Moting couldn't get there. I'm a bit surprised Lewandowski went off very early. I wonder if he's carrying something, like a knock or... because normally you wouldn't see him go off that early. Possession 54% for Leipzig, 46% for Bayern, and the passes completed are pretty much the same. Leipzig 81%, Bayern 80%. So that's interesting. Oh, offside again for Leipzig. They keep catching themselves offside at the moment, which could prove costly because they're wasting chances and wasting time. They still need to find 2 more goals. Bayern Munich, of course, if they get this win, they'll go second after another win for Wolfsburg today. 4 wins out of 4 for Wolfsburg. They mean business. Actually, Wolfsburg, I do need to thank. I think it was Wolfsburg who sent me Salford, or was it Frankfurt? No, it was Wolfsburg. Anyway, back with this game. I'll explain in a minute. Bayern Munich nearly getting in the attack there into the box. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Good shout, Tubbs. Tubbs saying that Nagelsmann is saving Lewandowski and Goretzka for the Champions League match against Barcelona midweek. I keep forgetting it's Champions League this week. But yeah, looking forward to the Champions League. Love the Champions League. But we might do a watch-along for that. That sounds like a cracker, doesn't it? Bayern versus Barca. But of course, it's just a bit weird because there's no Messi anymore. I still keep thinking Messi's playing for Barca. Oh, shot deflected. Is that a goal kick? It was Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg loves a shot now and again. His shot was deflected off one of his teammates, so it's a goal kick. But he does like a shot now and again, and he has scored some crackers in the past. I must admit, I'm actually getting a bit nervous now for Raducanu, as in, like, as a Brit watching it, it'll be interesting. Yeah, it'd be good to see you join us, Tubbs, for the game if we do a watch along for that. Of course, you'll find out more on the channel later on in the week. Leipzig have a free kick straight to the hands of Neuer, which Bayern Munich will be delighted with. Just about to reach 70 minutes. And showing us a speed alert from Alphonso Davies. 35.97 kilometers an hour. He's not the fastest player though. It's Lasmi from, I think that's Hertha Berlin. Haaland's pretty quick as well. He's third, I believe. Very quick, especially for a centre forward. Got another substitution. It is Mr. Poulsen. Great play for Denmark at the Euros. And he is replacing Andre Silva, which Silva had 1 or 2 chances in this game to help Leipzig and he didn't take them. And I think you could tell from the way he's walking off the pitch there, he does get pats on the back from his teammates on the bench, but I think he knows deep down he could have helped Leipzig reduce that gap between them and Bayern Munich. 19 minutes to go. Leipzig 1, Bayern Munich 3. An electric long-range effort from Lima, which found the net, has got this game back into contention maybe. And Leipzig have got a corner. Last touch coming off Mr. Hernandez there for Bayern Munich. They've got to take these chances now. You've got Simon who's watching on in the box. Cross comes in. Oh, balls all over the place. Thomas Muller makes the clearance. Greg asking me, Jamie, who will win the Edinburgh derby between Hearts or Hibs? And I am a Hearts fan. To be honest, I don't know much about the Scottish League. We have been hoping to do more Scotland watch-alongs. Our good mate Joe Stanley is thinking of doing a few this season, so he might know more than I do. I'm afraid I can't tell you who I think is going to win, but maybe I'll say Hearts just because you're a Hearts fan. But who are the favourites, Greg? What are the neutrals at least saying about this game, or the pundits? Greg says the mighty Hearts, of course. We've got Anthony Randolph. Hello, Anthony. Hope you're well. Saying, come on, Leipzig. They still need 2 goals to avoid a third defeat in the league this season out of just 4 games. A very poor start for Leipzig this season. Poulsen couldn't get to the long ball as he tried to jump for it. Tubb saying Sabitzer wearing a Bayern shirt looks awkward. Yeah, I was never expecting him to go to Bayern Munich, but then they only spent 15 million on him, and boom, there he is in a Bayern Munich shirt. As I say that, there he is at the bottom there on your bottom left of the screen. That's Sabitzer in a Bayern Munich shirt, and Bayern Munich are making a double substitution. It looks as though Sule is coming on. Pavard's coming off. Muller's coming off as well. Stanisic is coming on for Muller. Tubb saying Bayern going 5 in the back. That's with Neuer. Agrake Mangong saying, nice to see a Sabitzer debut. Yep, it is his debut. It is weird seeing him play against Leipzig, though. His debut had to be against his old club, didn't it? Just to rub it in towards the Leipzig fans, for any of those that enjoyed Sabitzer while he was there, which I'm sure quite a few did. Oh, that's a good through ball for Poulsen if he can get there. Neuer, as always, it's too fast for him to pick up the loose ball. No, it wasn't Poulsen at the end, it was Nkunku, it looked like. "14 minutes to go." Leipzig haven't got a lot more possession. Anthony saying not able to watch the game. How is Leipzig playing? The first half, they actually, when they conceded the Lewandowski penalty, they started to knock on the door at half time, but then they let in 2 early goals in the second half, so and that was when they kind of just lost the game, really. They got a goal back because of a 30-yard strike from Lima, which is probably goal of the weekend for sure in the Bundesliga. I haven't seen any other goals from Bundesliga this weekend, but it's definitely up there. Definitely one for the cameras. But since they got a goal back, they've had their moments. Andre Silva should have taken one. I think Silva should have at least got one goal for Leipzig, and sadly he's gone off now and has not been able to provide. Now here's Sane. Sane's got a goal. Oh, he's pulling his shirt, ref. He said him play on though, because Sane's still got possession, but that has to be a free kick. Sane's shirt was completely pulled on purpose. It was literally just to try and stop his run. Where are you from, Anthony Randolph? Who do you support? And Akre Mangong as well. I hope you're well. Asking any substitutions going on, dude. Not that I'm aware of. We had a couple of substitutions before from Bayern, which were more defensive moves, which saw Stanisic and Sule come on to play defensively for the remainder of the game. Lewandowski went off early on in the second half to rest up ahead of Barcelona this week. Anthony actually says, not a fan of Andre Silva. He had a great season for Frankfurt, and obviously that the numbers itself was enough for Leipzig to try and sign him and you'd think improve for the new season. But sadly for them, it hasn't helped them so far, and Andre Silva is not getting the goals that he would have got with Frankfurt. Anthony is from the USA. Hello, Anthony. Funny enough, Anthony, we've got another member watching. Her name's Crystal Rose on the live chat page. She's American. She doesn't normally watch football, but we're trying to push her to watch it. Make her realise that football is the best sport in the world. 11 minutes to go. Leipzig are making more substitutions. Let me know, folks, but in the Bundesliga, is it a maximum of 5 substitutions? Because I think in the Premier League they've got it back to 3. It looks as though the Bundesliga haven't changed the rules from last season. So, substitution coming up. And it's Olburn coming off for Klosterman. Anthony says, I love football. I'm a coach here in the USA for youth players. That's fantastic, Anthony. Nice work. Oh, Musiala nearly intercepted in the Leipzig box, which if he had got that, I think he would have scored and definitely put this game to bed. Instead, the ball's now on the halfway line with Leroy Sané as he's intercepted again for Bayern Munich. Yeah, I completely agree with you, Agric Mangong, saying Sané is currently going back to his playing form, I see. Yeah, I completely agree. I said early on in this watch-along, you might have not been here when I said it, but I thought last season he wasn't great for Bayern in his debut season, but this season he's looking good. Early days, but he's looking good. He's playing like why they signed him for, and of course, that was a Hansi Flick signing. Who do you coach then, Anthony? What's the team name where the youth players play for? And actually, I've got a question for you, Anthony. Would you recommend coaching? Because I've been looking into doing my coaching badges here in England as a thing on the side. And yeah, I think I might actually like to get into that. But I think it's fantastic to see someone like yourself dedicate your time to kids to get themselves into football and see if they can actually make it into a job. And Agrake saying, watching you from South Sudan, Bayern Munich diehard fan. So it looks as though Alphonso Davies is the joint fastest player this season at 36.8 kilometres an hour. They've just updated that now. Here come Bayern. It's into the penalty area with Sabitzer. Imagine if Sabitzer scored on his debut against his old club. That would be a kick in the teeth. The ball's now on the right wing. Sabitzer now with Musiala. Feel as though Bayern are just doing enough to keep this game at 3-1 really. Musiala falls down in the box. And it's going to be a corner. I think he was offside anyway. 7.5 minutes to go. Anthony says he coaches for Legion FC near Atlanta, Georgia. I'll have to give that a Google later on. And Anthony also saying, yes, it's very rewarding and challenging, but you can do it. Go for it. So, Anthony, if you can be very brief, what is coaching in America like? Because, you know, it's not a primary sport. It's not even in the top 5 sports, is it? Football in America. I'd imagine you'd have baseball, hockey, NFL, and other sports ahead of them probably. Tubbs says international break has given Sane a morale boost. Completely agree. I thought he played really well for Germany. Maybe he just plays well when it's Hansi Flick involved. But no, I think he needed that. Anyway, Leipzig free kick. If this went in, it's gone over the bar. And in Conco, wasn't a bad effort, but it couldn't get it to dip once he took the kick. Forsberg was standing nearby as well. But instead, it was Nkunku who took it with his right foot. Couldn't dip under the crossbar, and it's a goal kick for Bayern, which if that had gone in, you know, again, the conclusion of this game would be very interesting. All of a sudden, you got a few things at stake. Sane. Poulsen nearly got it. But let's set up that poll, shall we? We're going to set up a poll now on the live chat page asking you for your man of the match, and do vote. And we've asked for your man of the match. So do vote for your man of the match. There's 3 options: Musiala or Leroy Sané for Bayern Munich, and Lima for Leipzig. So Balatsi has been crap this game, says Tubbs, who plays for Leipzig. Yeah, I saw that, Greg. Greg saying, did you see Timo Werner miss against Iceland? It was an open goal, mate, wasn't it? All he had to do was tap it in, and he somehow missed it. And he says probably the easiest chance he will have in his career. I'm amazed that someone's actually voted for Lima in the man of the match poll, I must admit. But yeah, again, I did put him in there. Mainly just because of that goal, which is, at the moment is going to be proven to be a consolation goal. We've only got 3 minutes left on the clock. Time ticking fast for RB Leipzig, and I think there might even be a few fans already deciding to leave early. I think they've seen enough, and it's just not a great start to the season, is it, for Leipzig? You'd think maybe after the international break they might try and start out fresh, but never easy when you come back from an international break and you're playing the German champions of Bayern Munich. Oh, good save. Oh, and it's headed over the bar from the rebound. Sabitzer nearly scored on his debut against his old club, but instead his old teammate of Galaxy made a very good save there. It was Alphonso Davies on the left. Outpaced his opponent, made the cross to Sabitzer. Sabitzer converted it with his left boot, but it was straight at the Leipzig goalkeeper, and he went in for the rebound, but he headed it over the crossbar. Still 3-1 to Bayern. That would have been some story if Sabitzer had scored on his debut. Alphonso Davies has had a great game. I think he's been absolutely fantastic today. Defends well, sets up well. I mean, I would love to know how much you'd put Alphonso Davies on in the market if he was for sale right now. I mean, 60 million? Would that be a fair enough amount, would you say? Or do people want to pay more for, or do people want more for fullbacks these days? So if you haven't yet, folks, do vote on the live chat, on the poll for your man of the match. It's between Lima, Musiala and Sane. I'd imagine it'll be Musiala who'll get it just because of his goal and assist since coming on to replace Sir Gnabry. Gnabry, if you didn't know, had to go off just before half-time. So definitely an injury it looked like, but hopefully for him, he will be back in midweek against Barcelona. Seconds away from reaching the 90. Be interested to see how much added time there'll be. I can't see there being too much added time. I reckon 4 minutes. But we shall see. And here come by. Oh, Choupo-Moting offside. He was on his own. If he had collected it, he would have been on his own with the goalkeeper. Oh, I was right. 4 minutes of added time. Give me that gold medal now. Anthony Randolph reckons he's around. Reckon Alphonso Davies on the transfer market would be worth 70 million. Tubbs has said, how no, 100 million pounds for sure. I think he makes a good point because he says, considering his age, the trophy has won. He's yeah, good point. The experience he has. It's not a bad shout. He's a great player. One of the best in the world. And he has a great surname as well of Davis. You know, as a Davis, technically I might be his brother. Choupo-Moting. Shot. Oh, was that a Kimmich shot? I'm not sure. No, Sule, I think. Oh, Choupo-Moting through ball. He scores, finds the top left corner of the net. I don't think he's offside even. That will count, I think. And Bayern Munich win the game 4-1. And Leroy Sané and Neuer are both lying on the pitch together celebrating. I don't know what's going on there. I thought they were sleeping together for a moment. Can't do that on the pitch, lads. Do it when you're back at home, maybe. But, oh no, Sané's injured. Don't worry, it's just cramps. Neuer just helping him stretch his legs. But I think Choupo-Moting will be okay. I think he's exactly just onside. It's a great pass by Kimmich. He'll get the assist if the goal stands. And Choupo-Moting, all he had to do was pick a side. He picked the left side, and that's made it 4-1. Choupo-Moting's had a good start to the season. I don't know how many goals he's scored this season, but he's getting a few already. And, you know, despite the criticism he gets, he's done all right. Greg saying, see you later, Jamie. See you later, Greg. And also asking, will you be on another stream, mate? Yes, so tonight, 9 o'clock, we've got the US Open Women's Final, so do join us for that. So Leipzig 1, Bayern Munich 4. 4 minutes were added on, and we've just gone past the 92nd minute. Combine get another one here. They got a corner. Nope. Leipzig have just kept it in play, and it'll be a throw-in for Leipzig instead. And they would hate to lose 5-1. But Nagelsmann, he's come back to Leipzig just months after he left the club, and he's already shown to have moved on and to do his best as the new Bayern Munich manager. And he's doing all right so far. 3 wins and a draw in the Bundesliga after this match. And that draw starting off with much of Gladbach, but he's been able to put the pressure off him, I'd say, in the last few weeks, because of course the standard for any Bayern Munich manager is to win Bundesliga. If you don't win the Bundesliga, I think you're out of a job. Here's Sane. Oh, couldn't get it to Choupo-Moting at the end. And Choupo-Moting's a little frustrated he didn't get to that, because he could have maybe found himself a brace within seconds until the end of the game. Tubb says, Nagelsmann masterclass putting Sane in central attack midfield. And Kirsty Stanton saying, I'm back. Hello, Kirsty. Where have you been? You've missed a few more goals. And it is full time here in Leipzig. So, of course, old faces at Leipzig come and haunt come and haunt the club from Bayern Munich. Nagelsmann, of course, he's in a great start at his job, while his successor at Leipzig is currently under real pressure. That is 3 defeats for them now out of the 4 games that they've had. And poor Leipzig. They were contenders for the title last season. Now you feel like they'll be just trying to stay in the top 10 maybe for this new season. There are a few Leipzig players looking very, very gutted and disappointed with their performance. Sabitzer having a quick chat with Forsberg, his old teammate at Leipzig. But yes, Sabitzer as well. He makes his debut today. Upamecano, of course, up against his old club today, along with their manager Nagelsmann. So mixed emotions, a bit of a history between the two teams with certain players and a manager. But it is the only thing that really matters is that end result. RB Leipzig 1, Bayern Munich 4. Get in touch, folks. If you haven't yet, do vote in the Man of the Match poll on our live chat page. Currently, it looks as though Leroy Sané might get Man of the Match at 50%. I was expecting Musiala, but at the moment, Musiala is at 40%. Lima, who scored an absolute fantastic goal for Leipzig, which was obviously just a consolation goal at the end. He is at 9%. It's now level. The poll keeps changing. It's 45% each for Musiala and Sane. That's very nice. Agric saying, Jamie, thanks for what you are doing for us fans. No worries. If you haven't yet, folks, do click that subscribe button. Give us a like. We really appreciate your support. We're currently just past the mark of 4,600 subscribers, and we'd love to get to 5,000 in the next few days. So thank you all for that support. Looking at the stats, possession was more for Leipzig, 53%. Bayern Munich, 47%. Shots total. The stats have just disappeared on my screen, so that's the only thing I can give you right now, I'm afraid. But it looks as though the man of the match is Musiala from the Bundesliga perspective. Goals 1, assists 1, shots totals 1, passes complete was 67%, distance covered 5.8 kilometers, and his top speed was nowhere near his teammate Alphonso Davies, but it was at 30.4 kilometers an hour. So let's look at the table then. So Wolfsburg are top, 4 wins in 4 games. That leaves them at 12 points. Bayern Munich have more of a goal difference, but they're 2 points behind Wolfsburg in second. Dortmund are third with 9 points, along with Mainz, who, you know, just stayed up last season. But look at them, they're at the top, near the top, fighting for Champions League spots at least. So there are a few Bayern Munich players that have gone and holding hands together to basically do a bit of a cheer with the Bayern Munich fans, which is nice to see. Of course, they've probably travelled quite a bit. I don't know much about Germany, of where the cities are, but it's also nice to see even the Leipzig players going up to their fans, and they're still singing, clapping and cheering. So, you know, it just shows that even though Leipzig have had a really poor start to the season and might already be out of the title race, they are showing some spirit regardless of the result today. But they always knew it was going to be difficult, I think, today. You're up against the German champions with the likes of Lewandowski up front and Thomas Muller. It's going to be a difficult task. Anyway, I think we are going to finish there. I'm going to take a quick break because in an hour and a half's time, we will be doing the live watch-along of the Women's US Open Final between Emma Raducanu and Leylah Fernandez. Who will win the US Open? Either way, there'll be a new name on the trophy. So do join me. I won't be alone for that one. I will have Cara Davis with me watching the stream. Watching the match with me as well. So do join us. Keep us company. And we'll be live at 9 p.m. in about 90 minutes time. So do join us for that. Remember to subscribe. Give us a like. And of course, we really do appreciate your support. If you wanted to know what we've also got planned this weekend on the channel, tomorrow at 1 p.m. UK time. All the times I'm giving you my time, which is British Standard Time. At 1 p.m. we have the Aragon Grand Prix for MotoGP, followed by the F1 Italian Grand Prix at 2 p.m. That's with Jack Price and Connor Porter. I'll be doing the MotoGP race. At 5 p.m. my good friend Seb True will be doing our first Serie A watch-along of the season, and that is AC Milan versus Lazio at the San Siro Stadium. And then last but not least, we're hoping to do the men's US Open final tomorrow night at 9 p.m, which should be hopefully with me and Cara again, and that match will be between the world number 1 Novak Djokovic, as he looks to try and become the first ever men's tennis player to reach 21 Grand Slams, and the man in his way is Daniil Medvedev of Russia. Can he stop him and get his first ever major of his career? Anyway, thanks for watching. See you soon, folks. And before we wrap it up, let's quickly check the poll. And it looks as though Musiala has been given our man of the match. He wins the most votes from our poll, from you folks at home, with a 56% towards him with the majority vote. So congratulations to Musiala. He's Let's Talk Sports man of the match. Congratulations to Bayern Munich and Nagelsmann. They win today. They go up to second. But for Leipzig, the problems continue, and they need to pick up quickly, otherwise it could end up being a very, very bad time for Jesse March. Thanks again. See you all soon, and good night. See you in about 90 minutes time for the Women's US Open Final. See you in a bit.